Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. He's Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We come to SportsbookReview.com. This is the NBA Odds Couple show for Tuesday, March 14th. It's March Madness, but we're plowing ahead. And Mike Brenner, I'll tell you what, you're picking up steam in the NBA. You're pretty good at this, Mike Brenner. You're you had a lull where you went down. Now you're almost even. And again, you're almost close to being even. But without counting teasers, you'd still be way up double. Yeah, I know. And you have to obviously teasers are picks, so you have to count them. But it's worth noting.
But I did find out a lot of the viewers don't even do the teasers. So I figured, you know what, I'm not going to jeopardize a record when I know I can try to stay a little sharper on sides and totals and so forth. So with that being said, Pete,
you've definitely picked up some steam in the NBA recently.
Yeah, had a good night last night, 2-1, but I didn't produce on the power picks. But that's okay. It's up and down sometimes. And you know what, Atlanta, God, I don't even want to talk about that full game. I did that. Almost.
That was your one loser, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
And you know what, Pete? They were within one with 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
End up losing by 8, one damn point, and there was a guy that missed 2 foul shots.
Well, I don't know. In general, you're pretty impressive at this, Mike Brenner, in the NBA. So, I think you should trust yourself going forward as far as sides.
I feel good about it, Pete. We owe it to these viewers.
Absolutely. The first game, let's talk about what we have to talk about. The Golden State Warriors, right? They've now lost 9 out of their last
how do they
10
get
ATS.
This line? What the hell don't we know? Is something going on?
Well, I mean, there's still the Warriors, right? Philadelphia's covered their last 3 in a row. So, I don't know.
She's talking 16 points.
Yes, still 17.
17. Come on, Pete.
17. The Greek does appear to have a lean towards Philly. They're hanging 16 and a half. So
I want to so bad say, all right, tonight's the night they snap out of it, right? But I just can't. I just can't because I haven't saw it. What they've done, they patched some holes with the likes of Matt Barnes. That guy's been on 3 teams in a year and a half. All right, there's a reason he's not on a team for a consistent amount of time. They're filling gaps with guys like that, and the Andre Iguodala's have been real quiet. I have not seen Draymond Green consistently take over a game. Seth Curry is absolutely getting outshined by his brother in Dallas for real.
Right, sure.
I'm not kidding you. And Klay Thompson, he's just something's getting into his head, and he's the kind when he gets hot, but he's just feeling not a part of that offense. What they found out was most of the offense, literally over 70% of the offense, was run through Durant, is what they said. Steve Kerr said it. So they haven't adjusted, Pete. I can't back that. I got to stay the hell off of that damn thing.
I mean, I guess one thing to look at is, they sort of admitted that they were getting a little bit wearied, especially with that long road trip and that gauntlet of a schedule. So now they're off of 2 rest days, so they're more rested here for this game than,
that could be. But you're looking at a first half at 10.5. You're looking at a game at frickin' 17. All right. Would it surprise me if they cover both of them? No, it wouldn't, because they're champions. But and I know that was when he got hurt, they had 7 games on the road. That really took a lot out of it. But 2 days rest, you never know. In the meantime, I'm going to make the safest bet in that game, and that's no bet at all, baby.
I think you're right. Okay, now let's talk about another top team that's also struggling is the Cavs, and they lost to Houston. They did actually cover that game, but they had a losing ATS record for a bunch of weeks, before that game.
And they had an early jump lead on them, too, and they let that go.
And they're also playing in similar fashion. They're playing Detroit, who has actually been good ATS recently. They've covered 4 out of their last 5.
They've been Stan Gundy. Stan Van Gundy's gotten that team's head. He told them this shit ain't working. You guys go have to step up. And Drummond and company have been showing up.
So kind of a similar situation. And they played a few. The difference between here is that they played a few games ago, and Detroit beat them 106-101. So I don't know. What do you think?
No, I love it. I love this one, and I'm going to do it with confidence. I'm going with the Cavs on the full game.
Okay.
You got to snap out of it. You got to pull out of it. Korver's back tonight, from what I'm hearing. I like and if he's not, I think J.R. Smith maybe had a bunch more practice days. I think he's going to bring his game and show, on occasion he can light it up. I think they got to snap out of this funk, and I think LeBron puts them on the shoulder. They're also a little bit rested. I think it's a win. Give me the best shot line on that full game.
All right, 7.5 minus 103. What about the first half?
I'm going to hold off on that because I think Detroit being if you check the 4 out of 5 ATS, they've been really showing up in the first half. No, they've been showing up in the first half. So I did my research on that.
All right.
So Cleveland, baby.
Nice
Let's
job,
do it.
Mike Brenner. All right, now let's talk about, as we know, this year in the NBA and in my whole handicapping career, but especially this year, I've been shitty in the NBA. But I'll tell you what I'm thinking about here, Mike Brenner. The Knicks are having trouble offensively. They've been trending under recently, and one thing that I did call, if you follow our videos day in and day out, was the under trend with Indiana after the All-Star break. I did call that. That absolutely has been the case. The Pacers have gone under in almost every game over the past 8 or 9 games. And I'm thinking maybe taking the under again here, although my record overall is horrible. What do you think?
No, I wouldn't talk you off that ledge, Pete. And again, you are totals Loshak. I'm not going to buy those excuses. I suck at this. I'm not going to hear that crap. But you know what? I think if you got that gut right now, you got to go with it. It's that time of year because you also heat up this time of year. You did it last year. You came out of the damn abyss.
It makes me a little bit nervous that the first half total is higher than but I will take it.
Pull that trigger, pistol.
Knicks and Indiana under 210
what was
minus
the line
108.
on that game?
The line is plus 3.5. Knicks are home dog. They've definitely been having their issues.
It's not a lot of fun
the Knicks
there
have
right
lost
now.
last 3 in a row ATS.
But when you have 4 out of your 5 starters say, you know what,
we don't know what's going on.
Unfortunately, we have to run this triangle offense. We have to.
Yeah.
They don't like it. They don't have a say-so. Phil Jackson's coaching from the frickin' the sweet boxes upstairs.
Yeah.
So I'm off of that game. That's another 10-foot pole.
All right. And then we got Portland, New Orleans. Always an interesting team to look at. New Orleans, how they are adjusting to life with the 2 stars. Actually, they've gotten some good results recently. And then Brooklyn and OKC. What's your take? Brooklyn's starting to cover again, right? 4
yes,
straight
they are.
covers for Brooklyn.
And coming off, even though it's not a great, but they won 120 to 112 last time out. There's a team that literally goes, you know what? We got nothing to play for. Therefore, we got nothing to lose. Yeah. And you know what? I want to make my name. I want to make some noise. So they remember me this offseason because every year now, 3 straight, this team's talking about totally revamping that freaking roster. So there's nothing to lose, Pete, if you're wearing a Brooklyn Nets jersey.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of game that kind of scares me. But Portland, I'm telling you right now, the best in the Portland, the best thing they did in that game is they picked up Jusuf Nurkic.
Yes.
That guy has made a difference underneath like LaMarcus Aldridge used to have. But I even think he's better. He brings a firepower, and he just gets all excited on the sidelines. He fires them up. But they're playing New Orleans. Right? I don't know if you read. DeMarcus Cousins got his 5th foul with a whole bunch of time left still. 9-12 left in the 4th quarter last game. So they put him on the bench, and they didn't play him again for quite a bit. And Davis said he enjoyed having the freedom again, having the room.
Yep.
That was going to be an issue, Pete.
Yes.
We were wondering about that.
As soon as the trade happened, that was the first thing we said. Yeah.
And here it is being said right directly from the horse's mouth.
But the New Orleans has not been an auto fade, though. They have gotten some covers.
They haven't. They won last game.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Davis is a horse, bottom line. And if he's liking that space, but Cousins, here we go. Did this disease get brought in from Sacramento? Now it's in New Orleans. I want to pull the trigger so bad on Portland, but I just understand.
New Orleans is actually covered. They're actually 4-1-1 over the last 6 games.
So how can you? I can't go right now. I can't fade Portland, and right now I can't fade New Orleans. Not with Davis healthy like that.
So, Mike Brenner, what picks do you have? You have Cleveland and what else?
Cleveland on the full game. Now there's the side I didn't want to touch in that Golden State Philly. That's a 10-foot pole. That best bet for me on that side is nothing. But I do want to know what is the first half total.
The first total is actually surprisingly low on the full game. It opened at about 223. Now it's down to 219 or 219.5. And the first half is it's a little bit higher than 50%. It's a 113.5 or 114.
Okay. 60, 40. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going to pull the trigger, Pete. I'm going the under.
The under.
I'm taking the under. What is it, 113.5?
Well, we can give you 114 at the Chris Books at Bookmaker, 114 minus 110.
About it. Yep. I feel really, really
it actually
good
opened
about
at 114.5.
Because I think that the fact that they had 2 days off, they're off the road. All right, you got to know that they're stressing one thing right now: defense, frickin' defense. The shooting will come back. Just keep shooting. That'll come back. But this defense, that's bullshit. If Matt Barnes is going to be any kind of contributor to this team, all right, before he wears them out and has to get moved on, which will happen, all right, he's going to be on the defensive side. He better pull a Dennis frickin' Rodman.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Pete, I'm pulling that trigger on the first half.
Man,
under
Mike Brenner, nice. You're fired up.
I
feel you're definitely hot as hell in the NBA right now.
I'm in the zone with it. I'm just
all right. So your only picks are going to be the first half under, just 2 picks.
I'm not going to throw. Boom. I've learned a lot about that. Because right now with March Madness, Pete, we got to stay on top of our P's and Q's. We got to dot those T's and dot those I's and cross those T's, baby.
Be careful with your picks, and I will take a shot with Indiana, New York. If you want to fade, you might be on the right side there, but I'm going to take a shot with the under 210 in Indiana, New York. I am feeling pretty good about my March Madness picks in general. Should we plug the contest?
Absolutely, why not?
Plug the contest. We're having 2 big contests at SBRforum.com. One is a standard bracket format. The other one is an ATS format, including totals and including the minor conferences and including money lines. So that's a great contest. Come to SBRforum.com to find out more about
when you look at the one, it's going to say for SBR Pros, it's an exclusive contest. Don't think that you can't become a pro. You can do it in a minute, okay? You make a $100 donation to Make-A-Wish Foundation. I mean, is there any better reason? And then every day when you log on, all right, whenever you log on to SBR Forum, all right, you get points for that, and those points are used in the SBR store. So it all comes back. You're doing a good thing. You're gaining a free tool. All right, this tool is sharp and it's free. So guys, jump in, get involved in that contest. Take on Pistol Pete and I and see. Hey, we got to post our brackets here
I've already made about 10 picks in the ATS
he's
contest.
A maniac. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. I'm fired up.
My bracket won't come until Wednesday night. But those are the 2 contests we got.
Yeah.
And Mike Brenner,
tell you I love what I do. I love what I do, baby.
All right, Mike Brenner, we got a big NBA card, so we'll be back tomorrow for the Wednesday card.
Let's get it done.
We hope you enjoyed the video. Hey, don't miss out on the best basketball betting content available on YouTube. Click our logo button on the bottom left to subscribe. And as always, guys, give us a like and drop your comments below because we want to hear from you. Visit our website to take advantage of all our free products.